All right. We're going to grab John and Jizzle, so they'll be here in a second. But Brian Wardle and his group's waiting. I don't want to keep them waiting. I know that feeling. And so the sooner, not that we have to be in a rush, but let's get going so we can get them back home. Oh, opening statement. Sorry. Yeah, guys, listen. I'm pleased. The job that Coach Wardle's done at Bradley, as somebody that follows college basketball extremely closely, not just at the highest level, but all throughout Division I have so much respect for the guys that have built a program. And you look at where that program was when he got it. And it feels like 9 or 10 years ago. It might be longer than that. It was in a bad place. And it didn't happen right away, but they built it up the right way. And they've now had sustained success in one of the best mid-major leagues in America. I don't know how many postseasons in a row of either NCAA or NIT, but it's year after year. And that's extremely rare. And I have a ton of respect for guys that do a job like that. He's one of the better coaches we have in terms of building a program and sustaining it. So because of that, I'm really pleased with the win. We beat a really good team and a really good program tonight. Listen, it's great to be playing for something late in March. That's a standard we're trying to set here. Certainly everybody knows we'd rather be playing in the NCAA, but we are playing for a championship, and I thought our guys came out and played with effort tonight. I thought there was a stretch there to start the second half. We were a little lackadaisical defensively. We were making some shots, but we were lackadaisical, challenged the guys in the timeout, and we played hard as heck there for a little bit to make a big run. That's what you're supposed to do when you wear this jersey, and I thought our guys responded and did that tonight. So really happy that John got his 1,000th point. Awesome the reception that our fans gave him. I think that'll be something he'll remember forever. Really, really happy for Jizzle to have his career high. It doesn't surprise me with the opportunity given. He also had his, in my opinion, I said this in the locker room, career high for how he played defensively. And that's really neat to see the growth that he's had, and you can see the future he's going to have. It's really cool. I think that's a cool thing about being able to play this time of year. I thought Dan Skillings, and for the majority of the time, with a little bit of help from John here, did a really nice job on Connor Hickman. He's a terrific player when you let him loose. I thought John and Dan's length bothered him, but he got loose on us for 12 in the first half, and I thought Dan specifically did a really nice job of guarding him. And then it was good to see Odie get some quality minutes to help us close a game out. But pleased with the win. 2 down, 3 to go, and to try to win something, and we'll be ready for the next one when it comes.
Questions for the players?
John, let's hear it from you. What was it like getting that ovation after you made that first free throw? It looked like you might have been surprised by it a little bit, and then you kind of soaked it all in.
Yeah. Man. Oops, my bad. Man, it was a special moment for me. Just, in a long career, I know it's not often that people reach 1,000 points. So, I'm blessed to be able to reach that milestone. And I want to thank everyone that's been a part of this, because it's been a long journey. I've had, a lot of different guys I played with, different coaches. But in each situation, I feel like I was surrounded by people that believed in me. And so I'm thankful for them, for those people. And, they played a part in this, too. So I want to, a special shout-out to those people, too.
Did it surprise you that the crowd gave you that kind of recognition?
Low-key, yeah. I was just, if I envisioned it, in the shower or something, I was probably, thinking, I'm going to come out and get,
we don't want that visual. Just kidding.
But, I did envision it going, a little different, but, it was just so much love. I get love here, and that's why I love the fans. I love this program, so, yeah.
Jizzle, you probably knew pretty quickly after Wednesday that you were going to get the start with Day out. Take us through your preparation and coming out and putting on, your best career performance with the spotlight on you.
Just doing my job, but I knew I had to play more. So just getting my guys in position to be their best at creating for each other. So I came in with just a leading mindset, just try to get everybody going, and I knew it opened up for myself.
Jizzle, everyone will look at the 25 points you scored, but just one turnover in 38 minutes. How have those battles throughout the season with a guy like Day Thomas in practice helped prepare you for this moment?
Just learning from him all season. He teaching me just little tricks and just things that goes on in college basketball. So just being learning and just being ready.
Can you talk about your mid-range game? Because a lot of guys just want to jack threes, and you are money from 10 to 15 feet, and it's kind of a lost art.
Yeah, I perfected that shot like in high school, so I just always worked on it. So I just find it like it's a high percentage of me making that than the three, so I'd just rather take the two.
And
You made 2 threes tonight, didn't you?
Yeah,
About to
John,
say 2 for 4.
3-level score.
were you okay with the break after the 1,000th, or would you rather have hit the second free throw and then taken it out?
I mean, shoot, low key probably waited, but it's cool though. I'm not too much tripping on it, you know. It's all good.
Jizzle, when you exited the court there following the game, you looked to take it all in with the student section. Just talk about what was running through your mindset there after that performance.
It felt crazy, but it's like a dream come true moment at the same time. So I was just proud of how I played and contributed to the game. So I just had to take it all in.
Defensively, it looked like they were trying to pick on you with the ball screen early and maybe gave you a little bit of problems, but you got better as the game went on. Was that just understanding what they were trying to do to you and figuring out how to beat it a little bit?
Yeah, that's been like what I've been working on all year. So Coach West had to tell me like lock in. So face on defense.
He was significantly better tonight as the game went on, and I'm really proud of not just how he scored the ball, but how he managed our team and how he defended. And we all know what's ahead for Jizzle James and what's coming, and it was good to get a glimpse of that tonight.
Anything else for players? Thank you guys. Good.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Right, I missed that. I should have done it.
You were thinking about it.
Yeah, too much.
Coach, when you have a guy like Drew Adams on staff that has the connection to Bradley that he did, how much does that help? How much can it be maybe a crutch that you're like leaning on it? He's going to know this thing. He's going to know these guys. And how much did it end up helping that you had somebody on staff that understood this team specifically the way Drew did?
Yeah, it's a very fair question. It's a good question. I think it's probably hard to say, right? If I've been being really honest, it probably really helps take some of the time off of the work that you have to do to get a scout ready. And now Drew's the type of guy, he's still going to put the exact same amount of time in because he's so detail-oriented like the rest of our staff. But you're not starting from scratch. Like, he recruited a lot of these guys, coached these guys. So when you talk about the personnel and then the way they play and the things they do, like, you're not trying to figure that out. You're just trying to make sure you have it tight to present it. So it probably eliminates the time. I think it's being in that situation in different ways over the years personally. I think sometimes it's very difficult because you know too much. Like, you're trying to figure out, what's the right amount of information that the staff needs, that I need as the head coach, and the players need, because he knows way too much. He knows more than he's capable of giving to us in a short period of time. So I found that to be difficult. Like when I coached against North Carolina, trying to get a team ready. I mean, I knew everything they're going to do, but I thought that was almost difficult at times, for example. So I thought he did just a great job of keeping it simple. And then I think it's emotional, right? I mean, when you coach a bunch of kids, you recruited a guy that you built a program with that has now had sustained success. I know Drew didn't want to play Bradley when the brackets came out. But it's like playing against family, and it's like when you're in the backyard with your brothers and sisters, you want to beat them as bad as anybody. So I know he wanted to win, but I know he'd preferred not to be in this situation.
How nice was it to get a bunch of guys in, and then Victor didn't get in? Is there anything going on there?
No, not at all. It was good to see the guys get off the bench, but nothing going on there with Vic. See if we can have a good practice leading up to whatever we play and whoever we play next, and need them to be ready. But the guys, it was good to see guys get in there and contribute tonight.
Dan got 17 of his 20. In the second half, really looked like he flipped on a switch at halftime. Anything said there, or was it kind of just a mentality?
Yeah, I thought Dan was great. I thought he really took the Hickman matchup seriously. We knew that was important for our team. Thought he did a great job early. Hickman gets two baskets on him there. But after that, I thought he was terrific. Normally I'd play Dan with 2, but because just how depleted we are, on the perimeter, I was really nervous. I didn't want him to pick up a third given our dynamic with Day being out. So normally I'd have put him back in with 2, but we have a lead and Day's, we don't have Day, so I felt comfortable sitting him the rest of the half, and I thought he got in a better rhythm after that. So I didn't like having to sit him that long with 2 fouls, but I thought it was the right move to manage the game. Thanks, guys.